3, 2, 1, go.
Starting our autonomous for match number 64. An immediate score from Ice on that low junction, and unfortunately a miss from SBS Bears on that high junction. Blue Alliance scoring very consistently on those high and medium and low junctions. Very advanced autonomous you're seeing at this level of play here at the Maryland Tech Invitational. 83-65. Also Gear Masters is also scoring quite effectively on that medium junction, and it looks like even though there was a few misses at the beginning of the game, these teams have pulled it together in the autonomous. Oh, and unfortunately a miss from Ice on that last upper junction.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
As we move into our driver-controlled period, it looks like a substantial lead for the Blue Alliance, which they're going to have to play a little bit of catch-up on the red, but that should be easily doable if they can play their cards right. Looks like a little bit of a misgrabbed cone from SBS Bears. Let's see if they can turn that into something useful for themselves, or if they're just going to have to drop it. If they're lucky, yes, they drop it in the corner in the floor goal area, because that means they still get a point for it and they don't have to worry about scoring it in the proper alignment. Very clever play from SBS Bears there, and they're going right back to scoring on that upper junction. Now, Blue Alliance hasn't had such problems. They're just going for straight up scoring on those upper junctions, those medium junctions, those lower junctions, trying to claim it for themselves. Meanwhile, Gear Masters, of course, stacked up a substantial bit of ownership on that medium junction. With a lot of cones there for themselves. Now they're playing a little bit of battle with 1-4-5-2-5, trying to score there. 8-3-6-5 scoring on that lower junction for themselves too. As we've got 65 seconds left in the match, it does mean that Ice is going to go in for that other high junction, and they're starting to run a little bit low on cones from all the teams here, which means that it is now going to be playing maybe a little bit more conservatively. As we end up getting to the end game with only 20 seconds left, we might have a little bit of a slowdown because these teams want to save their cones for that end game to make sure they get as many claims as possible. Meanwhile, we've got 10-0-7-3-8 trying to grab. Yes, they've righted up one of those cones themselves, and they're going to go SBS Bears cover that on the upper junction as we get into our end game in just about 2 seconds here. Yes, that is an end game beginning. That means it's time for these teams to drop those team beacons out onto the field for some lock-ins on those junctions. Yes, we've got Gear Masters with being the first one to cap there, followed shortly by 1-4-5-2-5, and also we've got SBS Bears following up in the back, and then Ice is the only one left, and they've successfully scored as well. That's all 4 beacons scored with only 5 seconds left in the match. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, game.